I would ask people to please not use these carts unless you really have a child or an adult with you who has a disability. Hey guys, today I wanted to talk to you about Caroline's cart.
You are being so good. It's like, this is like the best thing that's ever happened to us.
I got to experience using it today at Target with Maggie, and it was absolutely amazing. But first, hit subscribe and ring the bell so that you don't miss any of our adventures this summer, because we have a lot coming up in the next few weeks. And leave a comment below if you have gotten a chance to use Caroline's cart and what you've thought about it, or if you've had other experiences shopping, or even if you have other tips that you've learned over the years that you think would be helpful to other special needs parents and to people on the spectrum. I have wanted to try Caroline's cart with Maggie for a long time. She is getting taller and taller, and it can be a challenge to shop with her. On small shopping trips, I can usually be all right during the actual going through the store, grabbing what we need and coming out. Usually that part we're okay with until we get to the front of the store. And then you get to the front of the store and you're met with this whole setup that's basically designed to get little kids to ask their parents for things. It's impossible. I cannot get into my wallet and get whatever I'm paying with. I can't get cash. I can't even get to my debit card. Well, she is trying to grab every single candy bar in sight and saying treat, treat, treat. Especially in the last year, that has really ramped up, where she knows that that is there and she's like waiting for it and doesn't understand quite, thinks that she can convince me, and is trying to grab it and get to it while I'm trying to pay. And so I will be trying to hold her, because if I don't hold her, she's either going for the candy or trying to sprint out the doors, because by then you're near the doors. And I'm trying to hold her and I'm trying to pay at the same time, and it's getting awkward with the cashier, who's already feeling kind of awkward anyways, and it's just a struggle. And so having a cart that has a 5-point harness is hugely helpful. And for longer trips, it's usually helpful too, because for longer trips, what I've had to do so far is pick up my 60-pound 8-year-old and put her into the little kid seat that isn't designed for her, or get one of those gigantic kid carts that is really hard to push through the store. And then we're like knocking into things, and she can reach things really well in those because the kid is facing forward in those, and it's like a little tiny belt that's made for like a 3-year-old anyways, and usually a seat that's made for like a 3-year-old anyways. She's facing forward and reaching into the cart, and with the kid seats that are on the cart, she's turning around and trying to open things. So it's kind of a nightmare. So Caroline's cart is a seat, and she's sitting down with her back to the chair. It has these 2 bars, and the 2 bars can come, they're horizontal, but they can swing up vertically so that the person can sit down easily into the chair. And then it has a 5-point harness, and it's marked clearly. It has a handicap sticker on it, and it says it's for people over 48 months of age, and it's for people who are handicapped or with special needs. It says something like that on it. And it has a low seat that's easy to get into, so you don't have to lift the person up. It was really nice. So Maggie sat down, and it has something that she can put her feet on, so she's not like dragging her feet like she would be in a stroller. It was so nice. And yeah, the other thing we've done is bring a stroller, but then with a stroller I don't have enough space to actually do big shopping. Number one, because her back was to the store, so I think it was less of a sensory overload also with her back to the store, where she was looking at me and interacting with me, and she was just happier through the entire trip, really, until we got to the very end when we got to the checkout line, and then she started going treat treat. But still, she was happier for way longer throughout the entire trip up until the very end. And even then she didn't get as distressed, because she knows when she's in a 5-point harness, she's in a 5-point harness, and she tries less hard. She knows, like, I'm in this, I'm not gonna fight, really. And because the seat was so high in the back, she didn't try to get into things and start opening them. It was the nicest shopping trip that we have ever had, and it was amazing. Here's the part that I want to get into next. I would ask people to please not use these carts unless you really have a child or an adult with you who has a disability. We have tried to use these carts. We have tried to get a Caroline cart for a really long time. We haven't been able to. In the past, when we've gone into the store, I have seen college girls using the carts to put their bags so that they could have their bag down, I don't know, put a big bag down at like knee level and I guess comfortably hold the cart while they were like playing on their phone. I don't really understand the point because you could easily do the same thing with like a regular cart, but I've seen it. I've seen the cart used for that. I try really, really hard not to judge why other people have the cart because I know that there are invisible disabilities, and I know that someone could look at Maggie and not see that she has a disability. I could be thinking the same thing about us, so I try really hard not to judge. The last time we were there was a mom that had the cart for another little kid, and I was like, oh, that little girl could be just like Maggie and have autism. And then the two little girls that were like hanging on the cart jumped up and started running around playing tag and racing all around the cart in the parking lot while the mom was like not paying attention. Neither one was strapped in, and they were like jumping all over, climbing all over the place. And maybe they do have some sort of a disability that is invisible, that doesn't require any sort of supervision. Maybe they do. It was really hard not to judge. But that day, while I was like peeling Maggie out of the back of the cart and really, really, really struggling to keep her in there, it was hard not to kind of question it when I saw them like jump up and no one was using the harness and they were climbing all over the place and running all over the parking lot. Use the cart if you need the cart, and I'm sure everyone here who's probably watching this, there's a good chance you need the cart. So I know I'm preaching to the choir. I'm absolutely preaching to the choir. If by chance though, you're someone who somehow stumbles upon this video and you don't have a disability, you're not with someone who has a disability, please, I'm begging you, don't take that cart if you don't need it, because there are people that need it. There's a reason that it has that wheelchair sign on it, just to like the wheelchair parking lots, and it's not there to hold your purse. It's not like a giant oversized bag holding shelf. It really is there for a purpose, and that is because there are people out there who actually need it, and it really, really makes their life easier. This cart is seriously life-changing. I can't even, it's life-changing. And it's usually not available when we come. I check every time, and this is the first time we've ever gotten it, and it's even better than I thought it would be. Yeah, so that's pretty much my little soapbox. If you are a parent that is taking your kid to a store and they have the Caroline cart, it is absolutely amazing. It made shopping so much easier for us, and I would absolutely recommend going to it. Like if I was choosing to shop, if I had two grocery stores to go to or two stores to go to and one had the cart and the other didn't have the cart, I would absolutely go to the store that had the cart over the store that didn't have the cart, because it was that big of it made that big of a difference. And I mean, the kid carts that other stores have are so hard to handle and so hard to use, and this cart was extremely easy to handle and extremely easy to push. It was as easy or maybe even easier to push than a regular shopping cart. Now that my little rant's over, I'll say that. It was absolutely amazing. So yeah, if you have the opportunity to use one of these carts, you have a child or an adult with a disability who you are shopping with or helping shop, I can't recommend it enough. It was great. So that was our experience today using the Caroline carts, and I am really, really glad that Target has them. I'm not sure what other stores have them. I haven't actually seen them anywhere else yet, so I kind of want to get online and Google and see who else has them, because I'm definitely going to consider shopping more at stores that do have them, especially when I have Maggie with me. I really hope it's something that catches on. I know it's an additional cost to the stores to buy even one, but it's life-changing, really. It makes shopping with her so much easier. Anyways, that is it for tonight, guys. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know if you have gotten a chance to use the Caroline cart. If you have used it, what you thought of it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.